Hey everybody, welcome back to a nighttime flute live. I don't normally do them this late, but I decided to do a night live tonight, just to get a quick practice in, because I went to school, and then I had sports right after, and sports take a couple hours, and this is really the only time I can fit in to see you guys, and I'm glad I have this time to, talk. Oh, wow, 2 people already. Wow, hi, The Dark Corruption. Hi, Lucas Vids. Sorry about being a little bit late, but I'm trying my best with handling sports in school. I am a straight A student, so I have to study. So I'm just trying my best to handle that and handle instruments because I want to see you guys. I want to talk to you. So for today's poll, we are going to do. Would y'all do a would you rather? I feel like that'd be fun. Would you rather? And would you rather do mountains or ocean? I would do ocean. I love the ocean. So we are doing would you rather, mountains or ocean? Would you rather? Y'all like that? Okay, so I've been having trouble trying to get some questions to start a poll, and I guess if y'all really like would you rathers, I'm gonna start doing those. Okay. So 50% you like mountains and 50% you like ocean, which that means that my cousin Mika is here. Hey. But we have 4 votes. Y'all, this is the fastest y'all have joined. I've been live streaming for 1 minute and 55 seconds, and there's already 5 people. Okay, so y'all want me to do would you rathers? I can do that. I can start doing would you rathers. Give me ideas. Hi Fall Monk. Give me ideas of would you rathers, and I will keep them in mind until our next thing. Mika. Oh, sorry. Oh, Hey, Mika. I do gorilla tag. It's just with sports and stuff, handling school and studying, trying to get good grades. And I don't really have time to do gorilla tag, but on Wednesdays, Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays, I can do gorilla tag. Yeah, so it just takes a minute. So let's see our votes. So there are 4 votes. 2 of you like mountains, 2 of you like oceans. I am an ocean person. I love the ocean, clear crystal water, but it's a tie because I like the mountains too. So if y'all want to talk for a minute before we start, that's go right ahead. Yeah. So, I am president of Beta Club at my school, which means I have a lot on my shoulders. So, I have to do school, I have to study because I want good grades, I have sports, I have music, and because I'm president of Beta Club, I have to be a straight A student or I can't be president next year, and I want to be. So, I have to schedule dates, schedule what we're doing, keep track of Beta Club hours. It's just a lot. Yeah. So some people they don't have school tomorrow because of election. So tomorrow's Tuesday, which is election day, and some public schools don't have it because they're holding a election at the schools where people can go in and vote. My school doesn't do that, but my school, as a school body, can vote. We just don't hold it at the school. But yeah, if y'all want to keep talking in the chat, totally good. I'm gonna get my music out and get my flute out, put it together. Just type in whatever you want, questions, concerns, talk with each other. It's totally okay. And I'll talk with you as I'm getting my stuff out. So today we're doing, we need to work on my solo. Oh my gosh. It is the 4th. All county is in 10 days. So I have to nail everything down in 10 days. Let's sight read. And we're going to sight read out of my book because for all county you have to sight read. So, there's all of our music. Okay, there's our music. And for those who don't know, this is my flute. When I first started doing flute, well actually, let's start at my beginning of my band career. I actually started on alto saxophone my first year, and then I switched to tenor, for half a year the next, and then soprano for the other half of the year. And then in those 2 years, I also added in clarinet, trombone, trumpet, and piccolo. I actually did piccolo before I did flute, so I've been on piccolo longer than flute. But I've been doing piano for a really long time. It's been, I don't know, since I was 6, maybe. Flute I've been doing this year, but I have been constant with my flute, practicing from an hour to an hour and a half a day, every day. I'm trying to get practice in, and I have a professional model flute. So this is my brand. I have a Jupiter. Jupiters are very reliable. This is the Jupiter 611, which is a professional model flute. I got it without pointed key arms because those are high maintenance, and I don't want to deal with that. You do piano? Yeah. So out of all of my instruments, I do piano, trumpet, trombone, clarinet, alto, tenor, soprano, saxophone, flute, and piccolo. Yeah. Okay, so I go over this with everyone. This is my polishing cloth. Yeah. I don't study, don't read, and I don't make A's and B's. I have 3 things I do for school, and this is running club, and I also do music. That's a lot. Yeah, so I need to study because I'm a straight A student, and I want to keep it that way. A's and B's I can deal with. I used to have C's, and but I have to deal with school, my grades, my music, my sports, my beta club, being the president of that. It's a lot. But this is my cleaning cloth from Ninyezi Horns. They make the softest cleaning cloths ever for your flute, microfiber. Y'all definitely, if you have an instrument, need to go check these out. I got their blue encased one. It's the best. Yeah, I do not have perfect attendance because I got sick, but close enough. So we have 5 votes now. Ooh, y'all like mountains more. If y'all hear barking, it's my dog. I also keep a spare cleaning rod in my case, just like in case something happens to my wooden one, and my pencil. Okay, so let's put this part of my case aside. This is just like the bendable part of the case. Just put that aside. This is my actual flute. So yes. Beautiful flute. Yes. Okay. So any questions or anybody want to talk in the chat, feel free. That's crusty. For people that do play flute, your foot joint and head joint should go on with ease. It should not take force to get them on. It should take a tiny twist and they should be on fully and completely. If they're not, something's happening. Let me make sure, because my B flat's been acting up. Okay, B flat is fine, I think. Let me double check. Okay, let me check my G note. That one could be turned a little bit. So sometimes with flutes, the movement of your fingers and when you're trying to do notes like fastly, it will knock pins and stuff a little out of place, and all you need is to fix them. Yeah, my mom's a archery teacher. Okay, there's that. Let me check B flat after I fixed it. Okay, everything looks good on the flute. So on my flute, I have my camera's acting up. Okay, I have a B foot joint, open holes or other known as French holes, split E mechanism, offset G, solid sterling silver, like yay. This is the flute. So some things with flutes, they tend to look like they're bending when you're holding it straight up. Like it looks like this is straight, that bends a little bit. It's because it's out of whack. You gotta fix the foot joint to make it so it doesn't bend or look like it's bending. Okay. I don't have any instrument, LOL, so I might try some. Yes, so a good instrument to try on, or if someone hadn't ever done any instrument in their life and they were going to try one, I would definitely say saxophone, or they could do percussion is a really good one. If you're going to try out, but if you want to do flute, that's great. Yes, so recorder has the kind of the same airway or airflow as a flute. So if you did recorder, you have some idea of what to do on a flute. And actually, if you play clarinet and saxophone, it's the same fingerings on flute. So you can easily switch over. Hey Mika, hey Kel, what? But yes, so flutes are clean and shiny only if you clean them and make them shiny. So I polish my flute, but after I was done playing, I just swabbed the inside out and put it in my case. After a few years, it wouldn't be shiny anymore. So you really got to take care of how you're taking care of your instruments, especially if they're made out of silver, because silver is very reactive to like stuff in the oxygen and just reactive in general to like heat. It will start to rust, and the condensation will make it rust. Yeah, I never played guitar, but I did own one at one point. I never really had an interest in any string instruments. Just wasn't my thing. I'm definitely a woodwind person. So for those who don't know, string instruments are instruments that have strings. Woodwind instruments are flute or anything with a reed. Like a piccolo doesn't have a reed, a flute doesn't have a reed, but they're woodwind even though they're not made out of wood. Most woodwinds aren't made out of wood except a clarinet, but even those can be made out of metal. And then your brass is going to be your trumpets, trombones, sousaphones, cornets. Those are going to be all of your brass. And then percussion is going to be drums and xylophone, bells, anything around that area. So now, okay. So my flute goes from my school goes from kindergarten to 12th grade. So we're all in the same body of school. We have a very small body. From kindergartens. Okay, good night, Dark Corruption. Have a good night. So from kindergarten to 12th grade, I think we have a little over 170 something students. It's a very small school. I want to know if. Let me put that in a little bit and it might help. Just fix my foot joint a little. So that's some flutes only go down to low C. I go down to low B, which is just one note lower. But something with open hole flutes, especially people with smaller hands like me, I have small hands. When I'm playing and I'm covering the holes, because it won't play if you don't cover the holes. See, I'll try and play it without covering the holes. It doesn't really do anything. It plays a C and a B, and that's all. But when you have to cover the holes to play. But when you're doing the low notes and your pinky stretches down, sometimes this finger will slide off the key. So you really got to make sure and practice covering the keys completely when you're playing low notes. Trying to convince my mom to buy me a flute. Okay. Yes, do it. If you've never played on a flute, tell me if you've played on a flute before, Luke Spids. If you've never played on a flute before, you're gonna want to get a closed hole C-foot joint. And good ones for that is a Yamaha, Jupiter, Gammonheart, Armstrong. Okay, so you don't know how to play flute. Okay, at the end I'll put in details in the chat about a good flute for you. So it's gonna be expensive. I would suggest getting a new flute because used student flutes are very used. They're worn out. It's probably for a new flute gonna be anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for a new student flute. Mine's a professional model flute, and it was over $3,000, but I got it used. Yeah, student model flutes. If you're gonna get a good one that lasts you a while, it's gonna be a good chunk of money. But I'll give you some tips and good brands that you can shop from. Flutes are expensive. My flute was $3,000, and that's on the cheaper side. My online flute teacher, she has a flute, and it's $50,000, like 50-000 $50,000. They can go very expensive, and I don't blame them. Like, a flute is really complicated with, like, see all that work that has to be put in there to get everything to move? Because, like, press that one down, that one goes down. Same thing with this, that one goes down. It's just everything has its own specific spot. So, yeah. Yeah, it is very expensive. If you don't want to spend that much money, I would get a Yamaha flute. Do not get anything off of Amazon. If you wanted to get a student flute to start off with, you could rent something from a music shop near you. The best price, okay, yeah, you're not going to be able to get a flute for $250. No. Your best option, probably, if you don't want to spend that much, is to go to your local music shop and rent a flute from them. Because some shops do a rent to buy, where if they have a $2,000 student flute, you could use that flute and pay the $2,000 off over 2 years or 3 years, however long it takes you. You could do $10 a month and just wait till it's paid off, and then it's yours. So that's an option for a lot of people. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get a working flute for that. Sorry. You might be able to get something off Facebook Marketplace or something, but if it's that cheap, then it's probably not good. those were our harmonics. You play a low C, and then you tighten up your lips and blow the air through like harder or more air, and it will pitch it up an octave. So that's something when I played saxophone I could do. Let's see. Someone play a full song that I know. I don't know. Lucas Fizz, you're fighting with my cousin. Kelly Caparella is my cousin. You know Carol of the Bells, right? Da 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 da. Yeah, I'll play that one. That good? Yay. Okay. So, gosh, we've had a lot of people join today. Dang. This is the most people I've ever had join a live. That's wild. Okay. Now we are going to let's work on high notes because we just did low notes. Yes, I didn't want to share too much information, but yes, she is my cousin. Okay. Shout out to Mika. Anywho, someone else voted. Mountains is still winning, y'all. Get on the poll. Vote for the ocean. Dang. Okay. Thanks, Luke's. Okay. So for those who have Hi Witch Hat VR. You're good, Luke's. I just pointed that out. You're good. Okay, for those who have a flute, we are gonna do scales. So let me put in the chat what scales we're doing. Okay, some of y'all want to follow along. So we're gonna do C, wrong comma, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, and chromatic scale. Okay, so I put in the scales. In case anybody wants to play, they can. They can go right ahead. So we're going to start on this note. Let's stand up. You know what? Let's stand up. We can stand up today. Vote for ocean. Vote for ocean. Okay, so we're going to go over that one more time with our scales. That was so wrong. I don't like how that sounds. No. Scales, yay. Shout out to WitchHatVR for subscribing. We are so close to our 560 sub goal. Okay, so we got our flute all warmed up. We have done all of our scales. Yay. Solo. I don't have my metronome, so I'm just gonna have to. I need to get this. Miss Ma'am, are you gonna work? Just a little sticky. It's fine. She's fine. Like, just a little sticky. So our tempo is this. Two, three. Yeah, that's right. 2. one part where I keep on the staccato instead of slur. That's why I stopped for all county, but let's go on to all region. So, yeah. So that first part, it's 1, 2, and 3, and a 4, but it's it's you have to staccato and then slur and tongue all the way back up, and it's really hard when you're going that fast. You can't really go you have to go yeah, so there's a lot of tonguing in that first line. Parts where you can't take breaths. So this was made, how the person that made this, how it was made, they want you to be able, they want to see your talent, to see you if you can go from quiet to loud really fast, from really low notes to really high notes, back down to medium, and if you can stay like a steady pace. They're judging on tempo, so if I keep the same tempo, I can't just go like this throughout the song. That's wrong tempo. I will get that wrong. They're going by tempo, notes, rhythm. I can't lose rhythm. Accents, staccato, slurs, all like tonguing, if it's gonna be like a melody, and my high notes and my low notes are the one of the main things in there. So that's gonna take up a lot of points, is my solo. Scales will take up 16 points altogether. So if I get all of my scales right, 16 points. And the two that I keep messing up on, at this rate, I will still have 30 seconds left after I'm done with my scales because they give us 2 minutes. I can go back and redo those scales, and if I do them correctly, then I get those points back. So if I can do these two really good, then it'll take a little off my sight reading. What's up, Skibbity Slicer? Okay, sight reading is the thing that is actually going to kill me. So let me put my flute down. Book. Someone give me a random number between 50 and 50. Let me see what the last number is. Give me a number between 50 and 155, or you could do some actual songs. So 50 through 155, or you could do Rockin' Raytude or Minute are the two songs. Okay, it didn't make sense. 71? Okay, we're going to do multiple. So 71's first one. So what it is you have to play a solo that they give you. You have to play scales, and you have to do sight reading. Okay, so we have 71, 83, and 67. So we'll do those three first, and then I'll have someone pick a song after. So the first one that came out was 71. And this is sight reading. I haven't seen any of these yet. So this is how it's going to go. 71. Okay, that one had a big jump in notes. Okay, next one is 83. Morning Court. Has a lot of 8th note slurring and tonguing. A lot that's in my solo. Oh, we're in a different key. Okay. That was a good one. Next one. 67. 66, 67. Oh, okay. This one's actually kind of tricky. Ooh, that one's hard. That ending? Ooh, 75. Okay, so those are some page numbers, or some of those. Now, I'm going to look for some songs in my book. So keep in mind, here are the page numbers. 30 is the first one. 36 and 38. So 30, 36, or 38. And I have to do one of those songs. First one to come up. First one to type 30, 36, or 38. 38. Boom. 38 came up first. Ooh. That was hard. Okay. Different tempo, different key signature. We are in 4/4 with an A flat, B flat, and E flat. It's moderate, so it's a bit slower, but it still has a constant pace. Okay. There is my sight reading. That one was a bit tricky, but that one was still good. Everything back in my book. Okay. Good live stream. So before I end off, we're going to read our poll. Mountains won at 57%, and Oceans lost at 43%. So yeah, my favorite thing lost. But we're gonna end the poll. Perfect. Okay. Those are the complete poll votes and what won. Thank you guys for joining my live stream. I'm going to try and get on tomorrow. If I can't, I will get on Wednesday. I'm probably going to upload videos soon. But yeah, thank you for coming to my live stream and watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!